Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from my great big pile of stuff here, I've got a massive junk journal restock video to share with you. So I've got loads of different items. Now I have got a journal, I've got a folio, and I've got some mini kind of journals as well. So I will probably do the journals separately, or certainly like this huge great big chunky one I will perhaps do separately, and possibly the folio. We'll see how we get on. And just kind of play it by ear if that's okay. So I'm going to try and whiz through everything pretty quickly so that we're not here like, you know, for hours on end. But that being said, obviously there's a lot of things to get through. So I'm just going to kind of like try and get through everything as quick as possible. So first item, we have got a tag bag. Now this is exactly as the name suggests. It's a bag in the shape of a tag, which you could then obviously deconstruct and use in your projects. And then it contains 10 different tags. Now, I'm going to move these bits out of the way a bit so I can just lay these out for you. So 10 different tags. Now, I'm not going to kind of dwell too much because obviously on the backs, because obviously they are tags, so they're going to be predominantly plain on the back. This one's got a little flip down pocket. This is a fabric tag. We've got this one. Now I think have two tag bags in my shop at the moment. I'm just showing you obviously one. The other one will be different. You know, they're all going to be different tags, but I just wanted to give you a rough kind of overview of the types of tags that you will get. They will be a variety of shapes and sizes. Obviously, you know, when I say shapes, I mean roughly tag shaped. But you know, they might have you know, be chunkier ones, or, you know, short stumpy ones. There might be long thin ones, but you will get 10 tags in a tag bag, which are really nice to use obviously in your journals. So I just move that to one side. Okay, next item. So I've got topper packs. Now these topper packs I'm going to just kind of whiz you through. So got sets of 2 toppers per pack. Now I'm just going to bring in a journal. Now this journal is obviously the chunky journal, which is for sale in my shop, and I've used obviously a topper on the front of this, as you can see, but I'm just going to demonstrate how these would look on a journal. So for example, this is pack, you know, first pack. Now these are all for sale on a potluck basis, as are the tag bags. Now unless I say things are specific, they're going to be potluck basis. So you know, you'd have to be kind of happy that you would be happy to receive any of the items shown. So this is another set of 2. I mean, they really finish off a cover just so beautifully, don't they? And all you'd have to do is literally add, you know, some other little bits and pieces, maybe some lace, maybe some, you know, flowers, maybe a ribbon, or, you know, a bow or something. And then that would be it. Your journal would be, you know, your journal cover would be complete. So, you know, they're really handy to have. That one there, and this one here. So yeah, this is another pack of 2. Don't you love that one? That's the corset from my sewing ephemera. So yep, love how that looks. So, and as I say, I mean, obviously they're not meant for this journal, so I'm not necessarily saying that they particularly go on this journal cover or not, but you know, hopefully you'll get the impression, and you can see that really they can be kind of tweaked and, you know, added to, so that they would go with, you know, a huge variety of journals. I mean, to be honest, they all have gone reasonably well. You'd just perhaps have to cover up, you know, the odd bit of colour on the actual cover, and then they would, you know, everyone would suit this cover, which, like I say, obviously is not meant for these. That one, don't you just love that topper? Yeah, I was kind of hoarding that. I'm surprised that I've actually put it in for sale, but you know, I can't just keep on keeping everything, so I have to just part with things. So yeah, that's the topper packs. So very, very nice, and like I say, you know, just make finishing a journal just so easy. So that's the toppers. Right, then I've got some of the junk journal variety packs. So sorry, I'm just going to tuck my cloth in so it's not dropping all over the desk. Now again, I don't know whether I'm going to necessarily show you everything here, or whether I'll just show you one, but these are a huge variety of items. in the packs. Now these will contain a mix of decorated and undecorated items, and not necessarily all paper items. This one's got a bow and a wax seal. So you've got a couple of items here. You've got this pocket, which are not decorated. You've got this coin envelope, and you've got this faux flap envelope. They are your undecorated pieces for this particular pack. You've got this gorgeous little pocket like that. Then you've got this one pocket here like that. This one. And these, obviously, these are not, you know, meant or intended for the same journal. They are intended as a variety, you know, for a variety of journals. So you could just kind of then use, you know, 1 or 2 in a particular journal. Then you'd have 1 or 2 for another journal, that kind of thing. So, yep. This pocket here. This one's got a journal card as well. Got this gorgeous, huge pocket. Oops, with the policy closure. And then you open it up, you've got, oops. Oh, you've got a belly band there and journaling space. And yeah, really, really love that pocket, to be honest. That's gorgeous. I can remember making that. It's very, very, very stunning, isn't it? Love those colours. And then this long pocket here. So that's that one. Oops. Just pop all these items back in. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't going to show you them all, but I might have to because they're all quite different. And I just want to show you the types of different items that you can get. So, oops, you know, because otherwise you're perhaps not getting a very good vision of what types of things you'll get. Again, these are a potluck basis. So, you know, what you see in the packs are definitely what's in the packs, if you see what I mean, but I can't guarantee which pack you would get. So again, we've got this one. Okie dokie, you've got a wax seal. You've got, oh, that's one of the oval wax seals. I do sell these oval wax seals on my website as well. Got this one, oops, upside down. Gorgeous little collage masterboard pocket. Oh, these are your undecorated pockets. So again, very pretty pockets. Oops, that one's glued together. Okay. Oh, and a bow there. That gorgeous kind of, you could use that as a journal card. This pocket here. Got this gorgeous pocket here. Don't you just love that? This one here. This huge pocket here. This, oops, pocket here. Gorgeous collage masterboard there. Another pocket there. And then this beautiful little envelope pocket there. So, yep, lots of nice, yummy things in that one. Okie dokie. And then I will just show you the final one. And hopefully you've got, you know, not only a variety of items, but a variety of, you know, maybe themes and colours and things like that. So, you know, you'd have kind of all different things. If you were a kind of, you know, bird type person, you might have some bird items, but not everything focused on birds, you know, that kind of thing. So this one here, we've got, again, you've got a couple of pieces undecorated, like that. You've got a bow and a wax seal, again, that lovely wax seal. You've got a pocket here. This is made using some genuine vintage book. This one, this is just a little corner pocket there. Oops, it's just got a bit sort of, there we go. Collage masterboard there with this gorgeous ribbon piece in the corner. Collage masterboard with a stitched snippet strip across there. Gorgeous pocket here. Don't you just love that pocket? It's really pretty, isn't it? Then you've got one of those little fold out pieces here. So you've got a pocket there and a pocket there. Then you've got this lovely piece here with just got the oops, organza bow. Oh, I don't want to actually open the whole thing and have to rethread the bow, but you could even put some journaling paper in there, like a flippy pad or something. But that would just be lovely on a page. And then what you could do is literally glue it on like 3 sides, and it would be a side loading pocket as well. That one there. This gorgeous yummy pocket here, this one is a collage masterboard, and it's one of those little side pockets like what we made in the mass making, like there. And then this huge journal card here, this is using some genuine vintage wallpaper, and you've got some genuine vintage book image on there. So really nice yummy items in there. And sorry, I've put that on plain paper so you could use that for journaling space, obviously in the back, or on the back, perhaps I should say. So really nice selection, and obviously they are very different, aren't they? Each one of those packs is very different to the last. So, you know, hopefully there would be a variety of styles that, you know, if you were kind of like I said, you know, really love bird type things, there would be some bird type items. You know, if you were really into, I don't know, flowers, there'd be some flower items. So I've got my lace clusters. Now these 3, I'm not going to show you them all because obviously they are just lace clusters, but they are all different packs. I mean, obviously they're going to be similar-ish because there's only so much that you can probably do with a lace cluster, but you will get 10 gorgeous lace clusters, and they're really you know, useful for just like popping on a page, or you know, you could pop them onto a pocket. So for example, you know, if that was a pocket, you could just pop them on the side. You could use them on an envelope flap. You could use them, I don't know, you know, I mean, not this envelope, but, you know, an envelope flap like that. A whole variety of ways that you can use them. There's a whole different bunch of toppers on here, flowers, wax seals possibly. Like I say, they're on a potluck basis, and you're not going to get 10 off the same. So, you know, each pack's going to be different, but that's the types of things that are on those. So that's the, whoops, that's the lace clusters. Just put those to one side. Then I've got here a paper fillers pack. So this has got 5 yummy paper fillers, and I call these paper filler packs because they're very papery items rather than thicker card. So you've got a little you know, booklet there. You've got a gorgeous flippy pad here, absolutely love that one. Flippy pad here with a wax seal on, and again these are all you know, going to be slightly different. You've got this one here with some wax seal and some ribbon and some lace. Don't you love this one? I mean, obviously these are going to contain a variety of, you know, vintage ephemera. So here, for example, this is genuine vintage ephemera mixed with, this is some food colour paper mixed with some printable. So, you know, you're going to have lots of yummy pieces. And then this one's got this vellum little kind of booklet with, again, vintage ephemera inside. So these are vintage papers. Now, unfortunately, I have stitched this one upside down. Yep. What is wrong with me? I do apologise for that. But again, you know, you'd probably be covering that up anyway, maybe to write on it. So that's that one. And then you get 5 reproduction vintage postcards. So they are just your 5 reproduction vintage postcards. So that's the paper fillers. Okie dokie. Then I've got, what is this one? Oh, actually, remember, they're all, oh, that's some more lace clusters. Oh, sorry, my mistake. So, yep, that's just another lace cluster, which should keep clipped with the others. Okay, that's the lace clusters. Right, then I've got lots of printed paper pads. Now, again, these have been very popular, and I've been requested for more. And when they run out, you know, generally I do get asked to put more in. So, you know, I'm just quickly showing you through. Now, I used to do these per collections. So you'd get like 10 pages from a particular collection, 3 lots of those. I have since had to buy the smaller binding folders. So obviously I've reduced the prices of the paper pads accordingly, because you only get 25 sheets now instead of 30. But I have been having a whale of a time mixing and matching these. So instead of being 10 sheets, you know, from 3 different collections, there are a variety of sheets, and I've tried to do them in a way where they're sort of coordinated. Now, I'm not saying the whole 25 are coordinated, but much like a 12 by 12 paper pad that you would buy in the shops, where, you know, you're going to have a variety of papers which put together, they will coordinate in different ways. So the chances are you're going to be able to mix and match, like maybe, you know, you could use, say, 3 different combinations of the papers, if you see what I mean. So that's that one. Again, these are sold on a potluck basis, so I can't guarantee which ones you're going to get, but there are a big, oh, so sorry about that, I've just noticed that one has got a bit of a misprint on the back. I do apologize for that. Obviously it's slipped through and I did not notice, but they have got a variety of different papers, and yeah, hopefully, you know, you'd be able to kind of make a real nice combination of things using the papers, and, you know, hopefully would push you outside of your comfort zone to maybe mix and match things that you maybe wouldn't ordinarily put together. So I have to say, I'm thinking I'm going to have a play with one of these soon, because I love the look of them so much. So yep, potluck basis, and yeah, really love putting them together and assembling them, just really nice. Now, these are my new papers that I'm still working on, so they're not in the shop yet, they're not on my Etsy shop, as is this one, but yeah, very excited to launch those papers. I haven't quite finished making them yet because I've been doing more physical products this week and finishing off projects rather than digis, but they will hopefully be in my shop soon. Then we've got this one. So, you know, I mean, you've really got a lot of lovely different looks, haven't you? And, you know, hopefully you can kind of see from just flicking through these now, all the wonderful different combinations that you've got, that you would be able to really kind of work together and produce maybe just some things that, like I say, will push you outside of your comfort zone. I mean, I tend to be very matchy and struggle to mix and match things, you know, from different sets. But I'm hoping that, you know, by putting these together and things, they're going to really encourage me to, you know, kind of think outside, I mean, yeah, think outside the box, as it were, and mix and match things in a way that perhaps I wouldn't have ordinarily done. So loads of different combinations and things that we've got here. And, you know, again, you've got some which are much more, you know, pink based. Oh, I'm so sorry, I've just noticed another one that is double-sided. Do apologize for that. I mean, hopefully you would just view that as a bonus page, but I do apologize. On the whole, they are going to be single-sided. They are all printed on presentation paper, 120 GSM, so it's lovely quality paper. They're very high quality prints, and yeah, just really beautifully, you know, beautiful quality printouts. So that's the paper pads. Just going to put them to one side. Right, okay, so moving on, I've got, now I'm going to start with the, what shall I start with? Okay, so I'm going to start with the mini writing journals, and then I'm going to move on to, I think, the folio, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I've got 3 little, what I would call very basic writing journals. Now, these are predominantly plain, and again, they're predominantly a selection of beautifully selected papers. So these are covered, you know, the covers are just kind of a single-sided photo quality paper. This one, for example, I've just coffee dyed the inside. Isn't that gorgeous? That's just from my French collection papers. And then I made obviously a lovely cluster on the front, which just looks stunning, doesn't it? And then some lace. Again, that's one of those lace clusters. Doesn't that look yummy? And then inside, I've just literally selected, like I say, a bunch of variety of food colour papers, some coffee papers, some vintage ephemera paper. This is some internal envelope, you know, there, and all different kind of selection of papers. This one's got some vellum in it, but lots of vintagey papers and things like that, some fly sheet, and just, yeah, compiled in a way that they're just super scrumptious, lovely, and, you know, rustly and really nice to look through. I've just put some lace on there and a little butterfly, but they're just gorgeous. They're very tactile and squishy, and they've got some sari silk to just wrap around the covers. So, you know, they don't have pockets or anything like that in. They are just predominantly, you know, like I say, just writing journals. So again, this one, look at that lace cluster. Yummy, yummy. So again, look at this. Don't you love that cluster? That just looks so lovely, doesn't it? So again, this is from the French collection papers. And wow, look at it there with the cluster and the lace cluster. My goodness. I mean, I am a bit of a fan of green, I have to say. And yeah, when I made this, I did think, oh, perhaps I just hoard this for myself, because it's really lovely, isn't it? I love those colours. And then inside, like I say, we've got some vintage ephemera, some food coloured paper, fly sheet, vellum, you know, all different papers again, more of the vintage paper there. And they've just been literally just compiled and then stitched down the middle. So, but they're really nice. These are a kind of chuck in your handbag type thing. They're brilliant for maybe like, you know, if you were doing like a weekend away, or, you know, just documenting like a special occasion or something like that. Then we've got this one. Again, look at that lovely, yummy lace cluster there with the cameo. Again, held together with, or bound together, closure, closed with some sari silk. And then this is the tea collection papers. Again, I mean, when you open them out, aren't they just so yummy? Ah, my goodness, it looks so pretty, doesn't it? So yeah, we've got this gorgeous cluster on here, and opening up, again, some more vintage ephemera, vintage, you know, papers there. This valuation document. We've got some food coloured papers, vellum, more vintage paperwork, some internal envelope, food coloured paper there, another little valuation sheet. Absolutely gorgeous. Just a little bit of lace and a little bit of sari silk in this one. Really scrumptious. Now these ones, I have listed these individually, so if you like the look of any particular one, you would be able to actually select the particular one that you do like. So that's those. I'm going to just put those to one side. Now I'm going to just quickly do the folio. Now I love this folio. So made this, and I have made this using lots of the papers from the collection that I'm currently working on. So the collection of papers are not available yet in my shop, but I could not wait to use them. So yeah, I literally had such a lovely time with this. Now what you've got is a gorgeous folio and then a little writing journal to go with it. Now I'm going to just quickly show you the journal. Now it's a very basic journal, lovely and squidgy. Now, as you can see, I've done it with like the pages kind of hanging out, you know, either end, which I just thought looked, oh, super, super scrumptious. You know, just as if it's been like laying around on the desk and just gathered up with a bunch of papers. Feels lovely and squidgy. And then we unwrap the sari silk. Got sari silk down here with some lace and a little flower, some lace down the edge. And then on here, we've got a piece, let's just call it a piece because I've lost the ability to speak. A little flower and then some lace down here. You've got one of my labels there on the inside. Now what I've done, I've just made a little wraparound cover like that. So this is only the presentation paper but doubled up. So, you know, it's not really thick paper or anything, hence it's got that squashy or squishy kind of nature to it. Now when we open it up, on the inside of the front cover, I just did like a little flippy arrangement there. Again, you've got some vintage document, you've got some coffee dyed papers and some more of the papers from the new kit I'm working on, some vellum, some of my totally dotty papers there, and then here just a couple of kind of pieces done as a banner. And then you've just got loads of pages there for journaling. This is again from that new kit I'm working on. And then some vintage book page, lots of you know, writing space in here. You've got some documents, and then here I've just done a rusted paper clip like that, and I've just clipped on, you know, a handful of little items, or, you know, a couple of little items there. They just clip on like that. And then going through, you've got some of that deli paper, more of the papers I'm working on, some more deli paper, vintage document. And then, yep, going back through again, just loads of yummy papers. It feels really lovely, this journal, I have to say. It's got a really lovely tactile kind of quality to it. It's got a lot of different papers, so it's very interesting. Then it's got this pocket here just stitched in at the back, where I've again just included some vintage paper or vintage letter. This is dated 1914, so that just goes in there like that. Okay, and then we just wrap around the sari silk, so that just wraps around there. So that's the little writing journal, and then that I just kind of placed on the top of the journal, the folio, and just wrapped it round with the sari silk. So that's just how I've kind of stored that. Obviously you could use these independently, but I did kind of make them to coordinate and go together. So then what we've got is this gorgeous folio. Now, oh, really love how this turned out. So yeah, we've got this gorgeous crushed velvet cover. Now, I bought this fabric from a car boot sale quite recently, and yeah, I have been loving using it so far. I've used it in so many different things, and yes, again, I had to use it on here because I just love it. I really love velvet. It's probably my favorite fabric. So yeah, really enjoyed you know, using it yet again. This is just from my French collection papers. I've put one of my jabots on there, some lace trim, loads of different lace and things. This is an old duvet cover, and then again I've ruffled it up there, a little flower, sari silk bow, and some sari silk down the edge. And then when we open this up, on the inside you've got more of that lovely crushed velvet. Just put some sari silk ruffled down, and then opening up the folio, oh my goodness, isn't it so pretty? I just love the combination of colours in this. So like I say, the majority of this is yeah, I would say the majority of it is the new collection I'm working on. It is mixed with a few other things, like here, for example, this is my Avery papers. This is the ladies ephemera collection. So yeah, we've got a variety of things, but in the main, like these papers, the florally papers, they are from the new collection that I'm working on. So I'm going to work my way through. Going on this side, we've got sari silk top and bottom. We've got a little pocket here. Oops. Come on. Oh no, I've now glued that to the sari silk. Oh my goodness, don't you hate it when you do things like this? Well, you maybe don't do things like this, but oh, I sadly do too often. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to have to stop the camera in a minute and try and get that out. I've got a pocket this side. Let's just move on to the bits we can do. Now, I included a lot of vintage ephemera in here. So this is a gorgeous letter. Don't you love how this looks? So this is dated 1899, and love the script, you know, the penmanship that they have used in the places where it's got the pen. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's some sort of court document, and you know, it's really nice and grungy. Obviously it's nice, you know, nice and old, and yeah, really lovely. So that's there. Then I've got a top loading pocket here. Again, I've put in another piece of vintage document. This is from the Inland Revenue. No one wants to see that, do they? So that's dated 1932. So again, nice and vintage. So yep, that goes into that top loading pocket. Then here, I wish that I could undo this. Right, I'm going to stop the camera. Hold on. Wow. Well, would you believe that literally took 2 seconds? It wasn't really kind of glued in at all. It just had literally a little bit caught there on the side. So this was one of those journal cards that we made recently with the Rachel at Roxy Creations from her weekly challenge. So this is my totally dotty papers, but I just thought it went so brilliantly in this journal. That's the documents papers on the back, and yeah, really lovely, isn't it? Now then, tucked in here, I've just put a little bit of like paper there that just tucks in for an extra bit of journaling space, so you can journal on there like that. And that just tucks in, whoops, tucks in like that. Okay, and then this just goes in to the pocket. Now I have to say, before I did the video, this was just going in with no problem. Now of course I'm doing the video, it's not wanting to just go in nicely, but yeah, that goes in there. Then on this section, we've got two vertical pockets, and they've both got little flaps. So in the first pocket here, that's there, we've got, again, another couple of vintage pieces of ephemera. This is dated 1933. And then this one, which 1932. So again, it's a section of some documents. So yep, that's that one. That just goes in there like that. Okie dokie. And then this flap here, or this here, is an envelope which just obviously, you know, acts as a little flap. I've put a stamped image on here. This is a crafty individual stamp. I've had it for a really long time. So this is just on some coffee dyed paper, and then tucked into the side where I've made it obviously a pocket, I've again just included a vintage letter, or, you know, part of a vintage letter. Again, I think that's dated 1932. It just folds up and slots into here. Oh, just put it in like that. Then this side of the envelope, I've just got one of my labels. Again, this is the new collection of papers I'm working on. One of my little pale butterflies. And then tucked in here, this is one of my vintage pieces of ephemera printables. I think it's from the vintage ephemera set 5, I think. I have to apologise, I have forgotten to coffee dye that, so obviously that would need coffee dyeing, unless you don't mind it being white. I mean, to be fair, it actually looks kind of quite nice being contrasting with everything being white. But yeah, obviously that was a mistake. That goes in there, and then again, this is just some vintage piece, you know, cut out from something, and yeah, I just kind of folded it in on itself like that. So that just goes in there like that. And then we've got here another pocket, which again, I've incorporated. Now, don't you love this letter? Oh my goodness, it's so lovely, isn't it? This is dated 1864, so it's super, super old. It's got that gorgeous kind of quality of, yeah, the paper's kind of like quite sheeny and just really flimsy and lovely. So that's that letter. Then you've got a vintage document here, dated 1927. Again, it's just a portion of the document. And then here you've got a letter here, which is quite nice because it opens out and the other side is plain, so you could journal on there. And that's dated 1917. So really nice bits of vintage paperwork and things tucked into that pocket. And like I said, I mean, don't forget that this has got that whole writing journal to go with it. So, you know, you've got a good selection of lovely, yummy vintage ephemera, and you've got the vintage writing journal. And then on this side, I've got this, which is a belly band, incorporated just one of my ladies' ephemera pieces. That goes in there. And then tucked into here, which this is from the Avery ephemera collection of the note cards and things. And then tucked into this pocket, again, just another piece of vintage ephemera, you know, genuine vintage ephemera. 1898, that's dated. That just goes into there. And then here I've just got this gorgeous little vellum envelope. It's quite delicate. And tucked into there, very careful. Just one of my little labels pieces. So that's from my labels collection, you know, the second labels collection. So that just tucks in like that. So that tucks in there, and this tucks in here like that. And then going over, you've got room for journaling on there. And then here we've got, again, from my labels collection too, another one of my labels there, and then pocket formed with that one. A couple of pieces there. That's from one of my vintage photos printable, and this is from the new vintage desk collection papers printables there. So that goes in like that, and that's like that. And then moving across, so on here we've just got a policy closure there. Lots of lace and things all over this whole folio. Sorry, I should point that out. I don't know whether you could see the bottom of that. And then here we've got a flap here. So the policy closure is there. You've got a pocket here. Whoops. With, again, that's one of the pieces from the ladies ephemera. Really super cute, isn't it? Just been coffee dyed. And then one of my pale butterfly printables there. That opens up, so you've got journaling space there. Then this here is another flap, which, oh my goodness, I've now glued that onto something. Oh my gosh. I do this so often. I feel so cross with myself because I do it all the time and I never ever learn. Oh, for some reason, I've got a little dab of glue there. So, yeah, I apologise for that. So we've got one of my labels there, more room for journaling, sari silk here. That opens out there. You've got then a pocket here. I think, oh no, I didn't glue that as a pocket. Normally would have done, but for some reason I didn't. One of my ladies ephemera pieces, and then tucked into here, we've got, again, another flap here. So, you know, more kind of interest. So you've got lots of journaling space, all kind of like with all these different flap type pieces. So that just opens up like that, looks very pretty, tucks into that pocket. Tucked in also to that pocket, we've got a couple of pieces of vintage ephemera, this dated 1932. And then this one dated, again, 1932. So they must have all been from the same batch of stuff. So that goes in like that. This closes there and that closes there. Held together, like I say, with the policy closure. Oh no, actually just before I do that, so in here we also have a pocket, and inside the pocket, if I can get to it, I might have to, oh come on, oh my goodness, don't you hate doing things on film because it never works to get things out. Okay, so I've got another one of those gorgeous journal cards from the Rachel's Roxy Creations challenge. Isn't that just so yummy? Absolutely love it. And again, just goes so brilliantly, doesn't it, with the journal. So that just closes like that, and then that just winds round. And then finally here we've got a side loading pocket, again with more of that vintage document, dated 1926. Now this is torn. I don't know whether that came to me like that or whether I've, you know, torn it in my haste. I'm not sure. But that's some vintage document which tucks into there. So it's a really, you know, interesting, yummy folio full of, you know, really nice vintage yummy things, I have to say. And you've got obviously the writing journal on the top, which, you know, just makes it sort of extra useful. And you know, you've got kind of the beauty of all that yummy vintage stuff and then a really useful journal inside as well. So that's that one. And then here, so yeah, that's the folio. Then here, I'll just very quickly run you through. I've got another one of those gorgeous basic journals, which we did a tutorial a few weeks ago doing one of these. And yeah, I've still got a few that I'm on the go of. But I thought, let's, you know, get rid of this one whilst I'm kind of working on the others. So this one I've done with a, what do you call it? You know, a pull in, pull out, like elasticated cover. So you can take the journal out of the cover. So isn't this cover gorgeous? Don't you love that cluster? Love how those birds look in the browns, but with that beautiful lilac-y kind of mauvey, you know, purple type shade. Don't they look yummy against there? And then we've just got a flower there with a, you know, Diamante centre. And then here, again, another one of those lace clusters. I mean, I love, love, love the lace clusters for things like, you know, envelope flaps or like the wraparound journals. They're so lovely. Again, some sari silk to wrap it around. So going inside, now the whole cover is just a couple of sheets of paper stitched on the sewing machine together. They're the photo quality paper, so the 250 GSM, so much thicker. And then the journal, like I say, it can pull out. It's, you know, elasticated, you know, held in. So it's stitched all together and the whole thing, you know, you can pull out like that. Okay, but I'm going to leave it in to do the flip through. So on the front cover, we've got a pocket here with a little flippy pad arrangement. So that just goes into there. Then here we've got this page here, we've got some journaling space. And then I've just done a pocket here. Again, that's from the vintage desk with a couple of pieces of pull out ephemera. We've got a flower there with a gem. You've got a nice coffee dyed page there for journaling. And then here we've got, again, that's one of the labels. Don't you love how that looks with that pretty pink with the, you know, coffee dyed type colour? These couple of bits against this, oh, I don't know really what colour, plum, I guess, aubergine, I don't know, colour there. It just looks really yummy, doesn't it? And then just tucked in, and again, another one of my pieces of the Victorian ephemera from maybe the set, maybe set 5 again. Little tuck spot here with, again, just another little photograph. And then here, a tuck spot there with one of my music ephemera pieces, and that just tucks in like that. We've got a pocket here with, again, one of my vintage lady pieces. And then this is the lace collection from the purples, the pinks and purples, or the purples and browns, I think it might be. That's that one. Again, coffee dyed for journaling. We've got another tuck spot here with, again, just some actual vintage ephemera kind of stapled on together like that. That just goes in there like that. Oops, might need to use a bit of glue down there. Oh gosh, let's hope that I don't now glue this page to something else. So, okay. Oh, I haven't actually put any glue on there. I wonder whether I'd not meant to do that. I don't know. Anyway, it's glued now. So that one, then we've got more journaling space here. We've got some journaling space here. And then don't you love how this one looks? So again, that's one of those music ephemera pieces, tucked in one of my vintage lady pieces. And then here, just a couple of journal cards tucked into that pocket. Really love the colours in this journal, I have to say. It's really pretty, isn't it? And then here we've just got a tuck spot like that. Again, journaling space. And then this one, oh, don't you love how that looks? It's so pretty. Just that pocket. That's just my clocks collection papers, but I just love how that looks on there. Such a gorgeous image. Just, you know, like those clocks. Just as images go, they're really lovely, aren't they? Really lovely. And then this again is just some vintage ephemera. And then I've just stapled on a couple of other pieces onto the front. So it's really nice, isn't it? That just goes in there, and then just another little piece tucked into that label there. Little banner up here, and then here we've got just a little pocket running down the side and a couple of journal cards just tucked in there. Little flower with a gem. Another little tuck spots up there. And then we've got coffee dyed, or that might be vintage fly sheet, coffee dyed paper here. This is the centre of the signature. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? So that's just my documents collection papers with a piece there from the vintage desk acting as a pocket, with again just a little, don't know what you'd call this really, but yeah, just a kind of couple of little bits that are, you know, glued on together. But I thought that was just an interesting little tuck piece. That just tucks into there like that. And then this here, we've just got a little tuck spot. Love how that looks with a little label, and that just goes in there. Journaling space here, obviously that's the elastic that's holding it into the cover. Then we go over the page, journaling space, and then we've got beautiful flower here with the gem. And then here, little pocket, and then a top loading pocket there like that. And then here, don't you think this looks so pretty? Ah, I just absolutely love these colours. They're so yummy, aren't they? So we've just got a belly band there, a couple of pieces tucked into that. And then here we've just got a little, whoops, tuck spot into there. Gorgeous how this looks. Very, very pretty. I think that's another pocket there. So you could obviously tuck something in there. In fact, let's just see if I've got anything laying around. I might have. Oh, I'm not sure whether that will fit now. No, not really wanting to fit. It's not going to fit in there either, is it? Oh, that's annoying. No, that's very annoying. Right, okay. So yeah, anyway, tuck spot there. Tuck spot here with again another journaling spot, another flower with a gem. More coffee dyed background there for journaling on, another journal card. And then here, another little pocket with one of the butterflies, a couple of journal cards into there. And then we've got another tuck spot. Oh, let's just pop that into there. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look pretty? And then we've just got coffee dyed paper for journaling, another piece there as a tuck spot. And then here, don't you love this page? It's so pretty, isn't it? It's so delicate looking. So that's just the lace collection in the pale kind of pinks. But yeah, doesn't that look so pretty? This is just from the vintage desk, but I think just those combination together looks really lovely. And then just a journaling card tucked in and a journaling card obviously up here. Coffee dyed for journaling. And then here, this is that back of that, you know, lace there, lace collection papers, and then a flower here with a flower gem, and then a diamante gem, and a piece there again from the vintage desk. And then just a couple of pieces in here, a butterfly, and then going over the page, we've just got, oops, lady into that pocket, lady photograph, and then just a little banner here on the coffee dyed page. And then here we've got just a large space for journaling with a butterfly, and then here we've got a tuck spot here with the photograph, and then a tuck spot here in the back as well with a little kind of flippy arrangement. So that just tucks in like that, and she just tucks in there, and then you've just got a little flower with a gem. So really, really pretty, isn't it? And to be honest, a surprising amount of journaling space in that journal. You know, I tried to do it with lots of kind of, you know, empty space for journaling, but still being hopefully really nice and interesting and interactive to look through. So yeah, really, really love how that turned out. Right, now, have I got time to show you that other journal? Or I've also got a large kit in a pouch. So I might do the large kit in a pouch and we'll do the other journal in a separate video. So hold on. Okay, last item now for this video, you'll be pleased to know. So, right, this is bound with some ribbon, just organza ribbon. I've had to put this on the outside because the pouch was getting too full. So got this gorgeous paper pouch. Again, it's you know, got a whole bunch of different bits and bobs on here which you could deconstruct and use in your own projects. So really super pretty, and yeah, hopefully you really like the look of the pouch. So on the outside of the pouch, we've got these two gorgeous, what do you call these? Anyway, pockets. They are the long side pockets. You'd glue that on two sides, sorry, three sides, and use it as a side loading pocket, and a pocket there. And then we've got this one exactly the same. So there, glue it on three sides and use it like that. So one's got this beautiful velvet ribbon and one's got the sari silk. So really, really pretty, aren't they, those two pockets? So that's those. And then going inside the pouch. So I should mention actually also the pouch has also got this pretty ruffle hanging from it, which is really, really super cute. So again, this is just held on with a bulb pin there. So you could obviously pin that off and use that in your projects as well. So I've just included that because obviously it looked like it sort of went with the pouch quite nicely. So yeah, I do also have a ruffle sack in my shop as well, one left at the moment. So yeah, need to kind of make some more ruffles, but yeah, that's another item which I do have at the moment. Right, okay, so let's see what we've got in the kit. So these kits, obviously it's a larger kit, so you know you'd have loads of different bits to be able to you know, use to make in a journal, and I try and coordinate them so that, you know, unlike the variety selection packs which are for all different journals, these are kind of like hopefully going to be you know, that you could do all in one journal. So if you were doing this, obviously is a sort of bluish themed, if you were doing a blue journal, you could use all of these bits in a blue journal. So, you know, they're kind of more made for the same journal. So what have we got? We've got one of those gorgeous little heart embellishments, which I did on a tutorial. It's got a lovely tassel onto there. And this could just be clipped onto a page with a bulb pin, or you could obviously glue it down. however you wanted really. So that's super cute. We've then got one of my little pockets. This is from my Perfect Pockets pack. I'm not sure which one. I'm afraid you would have to have a look to see which pack it comes from. But that's that gorgeous pocket there. So again, glue it on 3 sides and pop it onto a page. We've got a decorative edge strip here. So these are all glued on individually. And then you've got some sari silk and a little butterfly. Absolutely love how that looks. Here we've got, this is from a book image, and we've got this large book image there forming a pocket. So I've done it in a kind of coin envelope style, or, you know, paper bag style. And then got one of my vintage roses on there, and a flower, some lace, butterfly, a couple of labels, and yeah, really nice pocket, to be honest. So that's that one. We've got this pocket here. So again, just a nice roomy pocket there. Again, glue on 3 sides, pop something in there and something in here. Then here I've got a Matchbox book. Matchbox, I don't know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So yeah, one of those. Always struggle to say the word. So that just has a glued in piece here. Oh my goodness, don't tell me I've glued something else in. What on earth goes on with me? Oh, this just does my head in. There we go. So yeah, that's just glued into there. It's been sort of coffee dyed on the inside. I have to say, not made a very good job of that, so I do apologise, but it looks very pretty on the outside at least. So yeah, and that's my flea market papers with just a butterfly from the Junk Journal Basics kit 2 and the label and things. Beautiful with that you know, really stunning royal blue ribbon with the buckle and things. So yeah, really love that. Then I've got one of the doily pockets. So you've got doily there making the pocket, and doily here forming a pocket. And then obviously this is the Clocks collection papers. Again, you glue it on 3 sides like that. And then here's some collage masterboard forming this. You know, again, I would use it as a pocket on 3 sides. We've got this pocket here, which this is one of those... I don't know whether we called them a torn pocket, but you've got a pocket in there, hopefully you can see that, and then you've just got obviously a back and a front to it. This I have popped on this which we did the other day. So this is using my labels where we stapled on the laminated flowers. Now I do have some packets of the laminated flowers in my shop as well at the moment. I think I'm down to the last set is left, but some laminated flowers. So yeah, that one is there. And then here we've got another large pocket there, lots of trims and lace and things like that. And then here we've got one of those pockets. Again, I don't know really what I called all of these different pockets, but anyway, 1, 2, and then obviously glue it on 3 sides. You'd have another top loading pocket there. One of my lace, not lace, perfume clusters there as well, which looks gorgeous, with a little diamante bit there and some lace trim across here. So super, super yummy. And then here we've got an envelope. So this is from my Rich Damask collection, first collection. And then I've just got this gorgeous clustered up kind of bunch of stuff on the front. So that looks very, very pretty. And then here we've just got another collage masterboard. Got this gorgeous butterfly. You've got a pocket in here as well. And again, we just glue that on 3 sides, and that could be just glued on as a pocket. So a whole bunch of predominantly, like I say, blue themed things for a sort of more blue journal. And yeah, just really, really lovely selection of items. So yeah, that one's the large kit in the pouch. So all those items are obviously available in my shop, and yep, hope that I haven't kind of like sent you all to sleep and bored you too much. I do have this huge chunky journal as well. I will be back to do a flip through of this. It's pretty huge, I have to say. I mean, possibly like the biggest journal that I've done, I'm not sure. Mind you, I always think that, to be honest, every time I come to do a flip through. So maybe they're just getting chunkier each one that I do, I'm not sure. But anyway, I will be back to do the flip through of this another time. So, yep, obviously, if you want to see anything, the links to my shop, shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk, they are down below. And yeah, hope that you like everything that I've shown. Hope you feel inspired. You know, if you don't want to head over there and have a browse around, then maybe you feel inspired to make some, you know, similar bits and bobs. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate your feedback below. What do you think? What do you think to the paper pads? Do you think that they were kind of a nice combination of papers and stuff? You know, what were your favourite items that we listed? And yeah, I mean, let me know below. Is there anything in particular that you would love to see? And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have fun if you decide to go for a browse around in my store. So thank you so much for watching. Really love a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks then. Bye.